Hi everyone, my name is Holly and I'm the editor of International Airport Review, and I'm joined here by Dr. Fethi Chebil, who is CEO and founder of VPorts. Fethi, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Holly, very much.
Now, there has been a flurry of development in the advanced air mobility space in recent months, and the industry is getting very excited about it. But firstly, perhaps you can tell us a little bit about VPorts and what you do.
VPort is a Canadian incorporated company. So basically we do vertiport. We've been incorporated by the end of last year. And then all we do right now is to locate vertiport in Quebec, in the province of Quebec in Canada, and trying to build a network in Quebec. And then, of course, definitely we are looking for other options around the world in different cities and in different countries.
And what is a vertiport, and what are the different uses?
Vertiport is part of the ecosystem of the advanced air mobility. Advanced air mobility is growing very fast as a business right now. So what we did first is we assessed the business case of 84 cities in the world. So we're working with Geomatics, one of our partners in this. And then we located or we identified cities that we believe are promising in terms of advanced air mobility. And then one of them is basically the city of Montreal and the province of Quebec. When we locate a vertiport, it will be used by eVTOL's machine, the electrical vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, to land and to take off. It's basically as a helipad, but a little bit different because the regulatory framework for the vertiport will be a little bit different than the current helipad as we speak right now.
And will your vertiports be serving intra-city or intra-airport travel?
Yeah, so this is business cases right now. So there is a lot of, or at least let's say 4 business cases we can think of. So first of one is the cargo. So it's basically we use vertiport to move goods from one place to the other. Moving people will be having 3 options or 3 business cases. It's basically airport shuttle, so basically to the airport, or could be intercity, so it's on demand from one place to the other, or basically in case of regional, so from one city to the other city based on the range of the eVTOLs. Other business cases could basically, of course, emergency, think about the emergency, health, or maybe someone, I don't know, 2050 or something, someone will have his own eVTOL and he can fly from one place to the other to do some shopping, for example.
Now, who will be your passenger for this type of thing? Would it be a business, VFR, or will a new type of passenger emerge from this?
I think the business case for the advanced air mobility is promising to be available for everybody. It's much less expensive to operate an eVTOL than a helicopters. Today, helicopter is basically $8 by seat by miles. Let's say on the study we have right now, study done by McKinsey, by Sullivan's, by Who's an Element, a lot of company did that today. So basically between $8 to $10 per miles seat. eVTOL is basically $4 to $5. So it's a lot of, so it's less expensive to operate. And this is because still we have a pilot, so manned eVTOLs. At some point, we believe that the eVTOLs will be unmanned. There is no pilot for it. So then we reduce the cost dramatically as well in that regard. So to your question, it will be used by anyone. You, Holly, from your office to the airport, from your place to the airport. Any other, could be businessman from one place of the city to the other one. The congestions of the traffic is one of the reasons of this advanced air mobility is moving very fast. The tracks, we have a lot of tracks for cargo. It's another reason as well. So as I mentioned, the cargo is one of it, but the people as well, moving of the people. Going to the airport is one of the reasons. Going from one place to the other is another reason. And going to another city is another reason as well. So everybody can use the eVTOL.
Sounds fantastic. Hopefully I'll be one of the first passengers. Now talk us through the passenger experience. What will the passenger process be like?
It has to be very quick. This is very important because the time is important. Now if you take a car and if you take eVTOL at the same time, it's not really kind of valuable in terms of business. So because it's different, it's quicker. So when you are going through the vertiport, it has to be very, very quick. And here where the technology is important. So all the security process, it has to be quick. And this is a technology will be very kind of instrumental here to make sure that the time spent on the vertiport, it will be very quick. The same thing for the app. So you will have your app. For us, what we are doing in VPort, we have an app, and this app will connect you immediately to the terminal. And then when you are in the terminal, we connect, and then basically we'll have a 3D in front of you, where it can guide you to your gate. It's not a gate like an airport, but like a place when you go and you can immediately get to your eVTOLs. But this is kind of coordination or integration that you have to have. Us, VPort, and the eVTOLs operators, the aircraft operators, to make sure that we can deploy this kind of technology for the benefit of the passengers, of course.
Yes, and I think it says on your website, security screening and boarding processes will not exceed 10 minutes from arrival at the vertiport to taking a seat in the eVTOL. Big promise there. Will this app, is the app part of this process in order to make it quicker, or are there other things that you're deploying in order to deliver on this promise?
It's not an airport, so when we think about 10 minutes, it's too quick, because when you fly through the airport, it takes much more than that. It's not an airport. It's an area when you can go through, and then it's a kind of a process when at least you check in to go to the eVTOLs machine. So that's the thing. I think we will have to make it even shorter, quicker. Not 10 minutes, it's much more than less than 10 minutes. Again, the technology instrumental of it. We cannot do the same thing we do right now for airports in on the vertiport. We have to be creative, and we have to work with the regulators to make sure that we can move quickly and quicker when we go to the vertiport, to the eVTOL machine. It has to be very quick.
Now, the infrastructure part of this business is still not as advanced as eVTOLs. Local and state level are still not considering this option as a reliable transportation mode. Why do you think this is?
Not exactly true, Holly. Some cities are interested. Think about London. They are very well involved right now as we speak. So think about Singapore. Think about Dubai. Some cities are, I think, seriously considering this the infrastructure part of their kind of real estate development or plan for the city. This is part of the smart city process. Many cities right now are considering themselves as smart. So basically, all the technology part of it. So the vertiport or the advanced air mobility is part of their strategy in terms of smart city. But yes, you are right. And at some point, there's some resistance, which is okay, which is great actually. And why? Because there is a social acceptability, there's urban integration that us as VPort or vertiport operator, we have to think of, we have to consider. So what we did in VPort to make this business easy, at least accessible, to address this social acceptability and urban integration. So we are working with partners to create a digital twin of all cities where we are. And then we locate the vertiport in that city. So basically people or decision makers or politicians, when they want to see how vertiport looks like, because it's new, so basically they can log in and they can see their own cities, their own place, and then they can see the vertiport around it, and they can decide by themselves. The vertiport doesn't exist yet, but we use technology to basically project. So it's like a 3D when people, they can see and they can appreciate what that means exactly, a vertiport. Of course, we're working as well with the eVTOLs machine. So we are having a technology right now think of having like immersive experience. So you can hear the eVTOLs coming. You can travel like, immersive experience. You can see in the city walking, and you can see vertiport in front of you. So you can immerse yourself of the experience of having a vertiport around. So the social acceptability that we have to address. This is very important, and we're taking this very, very seriously on VPort side.
Absolutely, thank you. I guess just to wrap up, Fethi, what is your future outlook, and what are you most looking forward to for the rest of 2022?
We are continuing in our strategy very diligently. So basically, we've had the Sao Paulo airport. We have the concession there for having our vertiport. In Montreal, where we are, we have as well our vertiport in Montreal, Mirabel, very close to Montreal, servicing the area of Montreal. And we are working internationally as well. So we have other options that we are assessing right now in different cities and working with the same way. So basically addressing the social acceptability, addressing the urban integration, working with the cities, working with the different stakeholders in each city to make sure that when we are there, we are following the regulation and basically getting ready when we'll be certified to receive or to be to enable this advanced air mobility to fly.
Thank you so much for your time, Fethi. I really hope to experience a flight from one of your vertiports very soon.
Thank you so much, Holly. Thank you really for inviting me. I appreciate it.